Stupid and immature Prince Harry suggests he flirted with another woman while dating Chelsy Davy. Prince Harry is owning up to mistakes he made while dating former longtime girlfriend Chelsy Davy. "I had been immature. I hadn't really thought about my actions. And I had made a stupid decision. And my mistakes were being played out," publicly the Duke of Sussex said in a written statement, obtained by the New York Times Tuesday. The declaration was given as part of the royals' ongoing lawsuit with Mirror Group Newspaper Limited over its alleged unethical news-gathering practices. While Harry did not go into detail about the stupid decision he made, the statement was given in response to two articles the Daily Mirror wrote in January 2005 about him allegedly flirting with a brunette at a party while Davy was out of town. One story was titled, "Harry's Girl to Dump Him," while another ran with the headline, "Chelsy is Not Happy." Harry, 38, shared in his statement that the articles claimed Davy, now 37, had been furious with him and given him a tongue lashing down the phone. But the Duke said he didn't remember if he and the Zimbabwean businesswoman even argued about the fate. "Given we were based in different countries, a lot of our relationship was conducted over the telephone. So I know I would have spoken to her a lot over this time, because it was a challenging period for me. But I don't recall her reaction," he wrote. Harry, who is now married to Meghan Markle and shares 2 children with the former Suits actress, dated Davy off and on from 2004 to 2011. Earlier this year, the British royal claimed in his memoir, Spare, that he split with his ex, in part because of Queen Elizabeth II's opinion of her. However, Harry's new statement points to additional issues in their relationship. The Archewell founder claimed that at the center of the former couple's disputes was the fact that they had mounting distrust for those closest to them. "By this stage, Chelsy was already extremely guarded about our relationship, and our circle of friends who we trusted with information about us had shrunk considerably," Harry said. "Every time these kinds of stories were published, there was a strain put on our relationship. We started to distrust everyone around us." The 2 Daily Mirror articles the Duke highlighted reportedly cited friends or partygoers as sources, but Harry claimed the former couple's telephone calls were not actually attributed to anyone. "So how could the defendant's journalists know about this?" he asked. Harry is suing the Mirror Group Newspaper Unlimited on the basis that he believes it allegedly hacked his phone and used illegal interception of voicemail messages to obtain information for its news stories about him over the past few decades. The case is being tried at London's High Court. Prince Harry tells High Court press intrusion was the main factor in why ex-girlfriend Chelsy Davy left him after she decided that a royal life was not for her. The Duke blames the press for Chelsy Davy dumping him after she decided that a royal life was not for her, the High Court was told today. He claimed in his witness statement that whenever he has been in a relationship, the woman is not just in a relationship with me, but with the entire tabloid press, who try to ruin it. Harry and Zimbabwe-born Miss Davy, his first serious girlfriend, met in early 2004 and were in an on-off relationship until mid-2010. Harry alleges that the Daily Mirror must have used phone hacking when it followed up the Sun story about the infamous time he dressed as a Nazi aged 20 at a fancy dress party in 2005. The Mirror article alleged he had flirted with a stunning brunette at the party, and Miss Davy, then 19, was furious, rang him at his father's Highgrove home, and gave Harry a tongue lashing down the phone. One source told the paper the brunette was sitting on Harry's lap, wearing flesh-colored tights and a very short black dress, and flirting with the prince and flaunting herself. Harry said in his statement that he does not remember whether Miss Davy and him did argue about the party. The article contained quotes from friends or other partygoers, but the details of our telephone communications are not attributed to anyone. So how could the defendant's journalists know about this, he added. In court today, Andrew Green KC, for Mirror Group Newspapers, MGN, said there was nothing unlawful about the Mirror reporter, Jane Kerr, speaking to guests at the party. Harry replied, "No, if that's indeed what she did." Mr. Green also suggested that Miss Davy's uncle Paul Davy was a source, and that quotes about how it can't be long before Miss Davy dumped Harry were a partygoer speculating on what the end result might be. The barrister asked Harry if he would agree it was in the realm of total speculation to say the story had involved phone hacking. The prince replied, "No, I wouldn't." Harry also said in his statement that his solicitors have shown him call data showing calls from the Mirror to his associate Guy Pelly's mobile phone 2 days before the story was published. The duration of the call was null, which Harry said he was told is indicative of hacking. When Mr. Green asked him if he had considered calling Mr. Pelly as a witness, Harry replied that he would want to spare most of my friends from this experience. The prince also said in his witness statement, that he was at a complete loss to know how some of the details in a 2004 Mirror story about the first time he met Miss Davy's family were obtained. Mr. Green asked him in court if he was aware that Paul Davy gave an interview about the visit, which was published in the Mail on Sunday the day before. Harry replied, "No." Harry also claimed there must have been blagging to find out details of when he was flying back, but Mr. Green suggested that was the sort of information that Paul Davy, who was happy to speak to the press, might have provided. Harry said Paul Davy would not have known that information. The prince told how media stories put a strain on his and Miss Davy's relationship, and they started to distrust everyone around us. He said the couple had a feeling of being under surveillance all the time, and that he believes Chelsy found this even more difficult to deal with when she lived in England. Ultimately, these factors led her to make the decision that a royal life was not for her, which was incredibly upsetting for me at the time, Harry added. The newspaper publisher denies Harry's claims against it.